Hello friends, welcome back to the Lightford house. We are going to do some ribs today on the Ninja woodfire grill using some of the Ninja branded all-purpose pellets. So I'm going to fill up the pellet hopper and then we're going to turn this on to the smoker setting. But first we're going to put our ribs on. So I have St. Louis ribs, a full rack. I've cut them in half and seasoned them up with some Pit Boss apple butter seasoning. I'll show you what it looks like, and then we're going to put those on before we get this grill going. So let's go ahead and fill up the hopper first, and then we'll go on to the next step. By the way, if you're new here, be sure to hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up. We've got more grilling recipes with the Ninja woodfire grill coming at you all summer. All right, we're full, so now we're going to go get those ribs and bring them out here. Okay, I thought I felt a raindrop, so I pulled my wood fire under the covered porch here. That's fine. So anyway, got this filled here like I just showed you. We've got our ribs that we have seasoned. So they've been sitting for a little while. I seasoned them with this, but you can use whatever you want. So that's all that's on here. It's been sweating for a minute. We're going to add these on and turn on the smoker setting. There they are. We're going to close it down. And we are going to turn this on to the smoker setting. It's going to be at 250 for 4 hours. That's just the default setting. That's fine. We're going to hit start. And we're going to let it ignite and go through that whole process. We're going to let it smoke for about an hour. We'll come check on it around at about the 40-minute mark and check for the temperature. I'm kind of going off of CJ's recipe from Cooking with CJ, but I think he used the robust blend pellets, and it talks about their pellets up here on the top of the woodfire grill on that sticker. But I didn't have the robust ones, so I'm just using the all-purpose ones, and that's fine. But we're kind of going off of his times and temps that he gave and his recipe kind of, except he used a different rub and the different pellets, but that's fine. Just use what you have. And I will leave the link to his video below in the description box if you want to check it out. But anyway, we'll be back to check on this in a little while. Okay. The pellets have ignited. The smoke is rolling. We're just going to let that go until we get to about the 45-minute mark. Then we'll come check on it. So it'll be like, say, 3:15 on the timer when we come check on it and check for temps. We want them to be around like between 160 and 170. Alright, so we've been going for almost 45 minutes here. We're going to take a peek at them. Okay, they're looking pretty good, but you can see some kind of dry spots right there. Gonna give them a little bit of spritz, not too much because they're not too dry, and we're also going to take the temperature, so I'll do that before I spritz them. I have my instant read here, so we'll just take a look. It's about 150. Let's check this one. 146. So we are going to let these go for a little bit longer. There we've got 137. Here we're looking at 147. So we are going to let them go a little bit longer, but let's give them a little spritz. And I'm just going to use some water just on the parts where it looks kind of dry. Okay, that should be good. I'm going to go ahead and close it down and let them continue till it gets to like the 1 hour mark. Then we'll check the temp again and we'll probably pull them off and wrap them in some aluminum foil. Okay, we've been going for just over an hour on the smoke function at 250 degrees. Here's what we're looking like. We're going to go ahead and take some temps, and then we are going to pull these off if they are about where we want them to be, which they are. We wanted them to be between 160 and 170. So we're looking good there. Let's check this one. 154 there. Okay, we're on 157. We're going to go ahead I'm going to turn this off and take these off. We're going to take them in the house and wrap them in some foil with a bunch of goodness. We're going to put some butter, some honey, a little bit of barbecue sauce, and some more of that apple rub that we used on there. And then we're going to bring them back out and put them back on here on the bake setting at 350 for about an hour, just like CJ did in his video, and then we'll see where we're at. So on the sheet pan, on this foil, I've just put some barbecue sauce. Use whatever you like. Some butter. I put 3 pats of butter, a little bit of honey, and then some more of our seasoning. We're going to put some of the ribs in there. We're going to put them meat side down. Oops. And they're going to go back on the grill meat side down. We're going to put the same stuff on the other side. Some more of that barbecue sauce and rub, and then we'll wrap them up tight. And then we'll be ready to go out on the grill, and that butter's going to melt and basically braise the meat. So there we go. And we want to wrap it up with a tight seal. So I'm going to go ahead. And that apple seasoning smells so good. So get these tightly wrapped. Make sure they're nice and sealed up. And then we're ready to go. So we're going to do the same thing to the other side, and then we'll head back out to the grill. All right, we've got them back on. Going to close that down, and we are going to go to the bake mode. Turn that temp to 350. And we want to go for about an hour. I'm going to go ahead and set the time to 1 hour. And we'll just leave these on while it's going through the preheating stage. You can skip the preheat, but we're not going to do that. Go ahead and let it do its thing. And there we go. We'll be back to check on it in about 30 minutes. Alright, we've been going for almost 40 minutes here on the bake function. On 350, we're going to just... One of these was not sealed up very well. But hopefully that's alright. We're just going to get in there. 201. Check this one. 207, 208. We're going to unwrap these. We're going to take them off, unwrap them, and then give them like 5 minutes. We're going to turn them over meat side up. Give them about 5 more minutes, and then they'll be done. All right, they're back on. Close her down for about 5 more minutes. Then we're going to pull them off and take them in the house, and they'll be ready to cut into and eat. So, quick recap of what we did. We used the smoker function on 250 for about an hour. Then we pulled them off. We let them go on the bake setting for 350 for about 40 minutes or so. Now we're letting them go for about 5 more minutes. So altogether, maybe like an hour, 45 minutes to cook these ribs. All right, it's been roughly 5 minutes. Let's take a peek. These look beautiful. We're gonna go ahead. I might give them just a minute more, and then I'll pull them off. It smells so good out here. So there we go. We'll go ahead and turn it off, and that's it. Let's get these off of here. They look really, really good. You can see all the bones there, looking delicious. There they are, all cut up, looking good, looking juicy. I appreciate y'all watching and hanging out. Catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.